week, but I also believe that God uses every single piece of our story and wastes nothing. And so sometimes our hurt places, they bring freedom for others, or at least they acknowledge that we're not alone in situations. So over the last few weeks, I have been in a depressive state, which is even hard for me to acknowledge that that's what it's been, because it's not a state that I find myself in often. And when it does show up, it's this loom that feels daunting and scary. And usually I would just push through it and I would fill my life with busyness as coping, unhealthy coping. But this time I'm at home and I'm isolated, and that is not an option to be chosen. And so, in this time of COVID, I've had some of the sweetest times I've ever had with God, and also some times of serious wrestling. And I've been asking God questions that I've never asked Him before. And I'm finding myself jumping from places of gratitude to numbness, which feels just really disingenuous. I struggle with the fact that we can indeed hold two emotions at the same time. Don't have to choose just one. Um, but as I noticed this week, I was reading through Psalm 25, and David, he jumps around from sharing from his abundant, like we can just tell that he has this abundant, beautiful relationship of knowing God deeply and personally. And then he'll jump to asking him to save him from his enemies. He asks that a lot. He'll write often about all the ways that God has showed up for him in the past. He thanks him. And then he'll jump to sorrow in the same passage. David's relationship with God, it was real and it was raw. And oftentimes in the Psalms, we catch David in states of mind that I can only imagine would be depressive. So then what's the hope? What is the hope in seasons like this? Well, the hope is that God loves us in every single season, the same, passionately and unfailingly. The hope is that God uses every season. And if I sit with God, He holds me so tenderly, and He reminds me of that through various things, through worship or through community. The hope is that my state of mind can change, but His never does towards me. That my faithfulness changes, but His is trustworthy. I've had sweet friends over the last couple weeks that I've opened up to about just what I'm feeling, and they've offered encouragement or validation. And what's neat is I've seen the Lord show up in different ways during this time than He normally would. He's made words bolder or songs more highlighted, as if He's sending me this little personal message that He doesn't want me to miss, just to say, "You're not alone. I see you and I'm still here." So maybe you're in a similar season, feeling depressed or unmotivated or angry, and that season won't go to waste. I don't want to be fake with God or strive to be something that I'm just not right now. So I'd encourage you and invite you to watch how God will meet you in your season.